Hello everyone, my name is UltimoFive, and today we are going over the Epitaph, the Grim Impaler. Epitaph is Savagath's signature sidearm that fires slow-moving slabs that slow enemies upon contact. In order to obtain Epitaph, one must farm Void Storms on Earth, Venus, and Saturn Proximas in Railjack. The materials necessary in order to make it at the foundry are the barrel, receiver, and the blueprint. Requires a mastery rank of 8, comes with 2 V polarity slots plus a dash auxilia slot, and because of this, the builds on this weapon will require 3 Forma. Excels in close and medium range combat and deals with high leveled enemies of all factions in small to medium crowds, but mainly against single targets. And it has a secondary function that, when upon not being fully charged, will release an explosive slab that procs a guaranteed cold status. And along with this is an extremely high chance to proc other elemental types that are attached to the weapon. Advantages for the weapon would be that it has a very high critical chance when fully charged, a very high critical multiplier when fully charged, has guaranteed impact procs, has a guaranteed cold proc along with an extremely high status chance of other element types that are attached and isn't fully charged when fired, an innate 2-meter punch through, and a fast charge rate. Disadvantages, however, for the weapon would be that it has low status chance when fully charged, low puncture, projectiles have travel time, and a low critical chance when not fully charged. The elements for the Epitaph against the Corpus will be Magnetic Slash or Viral Slash. Magnetic amplifies shield damage by 100% and nullifies regen of shields for 6 seconds, which stacks up to 10 times for a total of 325%. Meanwhile, Slash's status effect is Bleed, and after 1 second, it deals 35% of the base damage per second for 6 seconds, which bypasses armor. The build's flex slot is Lethal Torrent and works amazing. Magnetic is there to help deal additional damage to shields so that the Slash procs can do their job when it is only their health left. In this case, it is a bit slower than the Corrupt and Grineer build, but it still ends up working amazing and is quite fun to use. The elements for the Epitaph against the Corrupt and Grineer will be Viral and Slash. Viral amplifies health damage by 100% for 6 seconds and stacks up to 10 times for a total of 325%. The build's flex slot is Lethal Torrent and is absolutely perfect. Against these two factions, you have 2 options. Either bombard the ground with explosions that proc viral statuses and then start headshotting enemies, or just simply start shooting them in the head and watch the bleed procs kill them off. I never thought I would find a weapon I would enjoy as much as this one. The elements for the Epitaph against the Infested would be Corrosive Heat or Viral Slash. Corrosive reduces armor by 26% for 8 seconds and stacks up to 10 times for a total of 80%. Meanwhile, Heat deals 50% base damage per second over 6 seconds while stripping up to 50% armor and causes targets to panic. The build's flex slot is Lethal Torrent and is great. Corrosive and Heat is on this build in order to help amplify damage against them more rather than actually applying the statuses. It works out pretty well, but did you notice something? Well, I needed to add the reason why I put Viral Slash for all the builds against their said factions. For once, it doesn't really matter too much, and Viral Slash ends up working very well against all factions. It is just as simple as that, although I do like the elements I attached. This is mainly due to just amplifying damage against what they are weak to. Lethal Momentum. In place of having no Auxilius mod, this will cost 2 more Forma in order to have though, but greatly helps with its slow projectile speed. Target Cracker and Pistol Gambit in place of its primed counterparts if you don't have them. Pure damage elements. What I mean by this is non-status increasing elemental mods. For example, for the Corrupted and Grineer build, one would replace Frostbite and Pistol Pestilence for pathogen rounds and Deep Freeze for more damage. However, this will require 2 more Forma. Primed Pistol Ammo Mutation and Pistol Ammo Mutation. It is not at all necessary to have an ammo mutation mod for the Epitaph due to its abundant ammo pool and its great ammo efficiency. There are several ways to enhance stats for this weapon. For instance, for damage, Rhino's Roar, Nova's Molecular Prime, which makes all sources of damage increase by 100% against primed enemies, Saren's Toxic Lash mixed with their Spores abilities, Mirage's Eclipse mixed with her Hall of Mirrors adds a massive damage bonus during the day or in light, Equinox's Rest and Rage in day form makes targets more vulnerable to damage, and Banshee's Sonar, which gives a huge damage multiplier. For critical stats, Haro's Covenant can add up to 50% critical chance and 200% on headshots. Volt's Electric Shield when shot through adds a 200% critical damage multiplier. The Adarza Kavat with Cat's Eye can give a 60% critical chance boost, and Smita Kavat with Charm can give a 200% crit chance. Arcane Precision. Upon headshot, 100% chance for 300% damage to pistols for 18 seconds. Arcane Awakening. Upon reloading, 60% chance for 150% damage to pistols for 24 seconds. And Arcane Avenger. Upon getting hit, 21% chance for 45% critical chance for 12 seconds. When you get your hands on a Riven for this weapon, the flex slot to replace will be Lethal Torrent, and it will only require one more forma. In order to maximize damage output with Epitaph, one will need to get lucky and get some nice stats. These ideal stats would be damage, multi-shot, critical damage, and negative zoom or magazine capacity. For the next best stats, they would be damage, critical chance, and negative zoom or magazine capacity. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more guides on Warframe, please click the like and sub buttons to let me know. And as per usual, I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.